Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Meaningful Motivations with Tracy Erickson. And of course, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracy Erickson, and in this episode of Notes from Heaven, I'm going to be talking about how every single thought, intention, and action of your life is recorded, and it's kept in like a record book called the Akashic Records. So stay tuned. Back when I was a student at the School of Metaphysics, I learned about something called the Akashic Records. And what I had learned back then is that the Akashic Records is a place deep within the levels of your mind where each and every thought, intention, and action is stored. And this is exactly what you go through when those people with near-death experiences report back that they saw their life flash before their eyes. It's because every single thought and intention and action that you've ever had in this lifetime and in any other lifetimes is stored in the Akashic Records. In past videos, I've also shared with you guys a past life crossing that I had done with me and my friend Leslie. I also shared a past life crossing I had done with my husband. And I have also shared the very first past life profile that I ever had. And so if you ever want to check those out, I have created those in the past. But basically, what the team is doing during those readings is going deep within the levels of mind to access the Akashic Records for me. Therefore, they are finding a past lifetime that is most significant to what I'm learning in my present lifetime at the time of the reading. A good image for the Akashic Records is from the movie What Dreams May Come. There's a particular part in the movie where they go to this heavenly library to try to find out where Robin Williams' character's wife ended up in the afterlife. But the depiction is good because it's like the record of all of the souls, not only of the soul of his wife in the movie, right? So basically, anyone can access the Akashic Records, and anyone can read the Akashic Records on anyone else as well. I was so excited when my grandpa called with new letters from my grandma in September of this year, because what was shared in the letter from September 2023 reminded me of the Akashic Records. And so I kind of saw what my grandma was saying about it as confirmation for my own beliefs on, this book of life that exists for each and every person. According to the notes that I took in September during this phone call with my grandpa, basically, it shows that my grandma was explaining the afterlife to him, basically saying that it was different than it was imagined before, and how the sense of being separate from other people is less where she exists now. Now, one thing I wrote in my notes, though, is that the memories one have are stored like a book. You can see how you have affected other people, places, and things, and you also have access to it. So I found that to be so interesting because, again, it sounds to me like she was describing her experience in finding out about the Akashic Records and how basically we're all connected and we all have access to this record because it's the record of life in general, and we're all one. It says you don't need to feel lonely because you are the other person. So basically, Grandma was saying there's no need to ever feel lonely because you're literally always connected to every other person. It's just hard for us to understand that from our earthly human perspective, from this ego perspective, right? Now, in the end, she said, try to connect with God as much as possible and have fun. And I think that is so important, to connect with God as much as possible, because the more that you can align yourself with spirit, the more that you can align yourself with your source of all life, the more you can understand the unity of life, the unity of your being with every other person, place, and thing in this entire universe. So, trying to connect with God is very important if you want to live a spiritual life. And it's especially important if you want to access your book of records, your Akashic records. So it's important to kind of like bring your mind to a higher level of consciousness if you want to achieve different states in different higher dimensions. And the part where she states that you can actually see what kind of effect you've had on other people, places, and things by taking a look at this record of your life. So I believe that that's also kind of explaining what people experience during those near-death experiences as well, where their life is flashing before their eyes and it makes them feel a certain kind of way, like they want to change or they want to be a better person in the end. But that's because the judgment that takes place after death is taking place within you. So you're actually able to see from a higher perspective, because of the Akashic records, the way that your thoughts and intentions were playing out in the world. You're able to see it without that ego, because ego is only here while we're living, right? This is exactly why they say that whatever you do to others, you're doing to yourself. It's because whatever intentions that you are putting out is what you're going to end up seeing and judging in the end. Another thing that my grandma said in the letter from September was that the human experience is very unique and that it takes courage to be human. And that is so true. And the reason is because we are these multi-dimensional beings, but wearing this veil over our eyes, called our ego or our lower self, our conscious mind, the conscious waking mind. This is creating an illusion for us, so we forget how powerful we are and how we're all connected to Source and how we have access to the book of records. So it takes courage to be human because we have this veil of forgetfulness and we spend our entire lives just seeking to remember. In the next episode of Notes from Heaven, I'm going to be sharing some of the letter from May 2023, talking about the trials and tribulations going on the earth right now. So you're not going to want to miss that one either. So be sure that your notifications are turned on so you don't miss it. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. So if you like this video, be sure to click that like button and share this video with all your friends out there. And of course, if you're a viewer but not yet a subscriber, I would love for you to click subscribe down below. And once you have subscribed, you can turn on the notifications bell if you would like to be notified each and every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time with me. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.